Good morning, traders. Michael Sabo here with MF Global, coming to you here on Monday, October 3rd, bringing you some opening commentary here in the energy markets. First off, traders here that are interested in doing things in the options, I got an upcoming webinar presentation here this Thursday. Be sure to register for it, Opportunity in Options. I'll be discussing a current option trade here that we have working that we're kind of tracking here in real time. So again, you can call me on the trade desk or email me or go on the website and register for that. A lot of useful information there for those of you that are interested in the options market. Now let's get started here in the crude oil market. A lot of action here already this morning. It's been a pretty busy morning here. Crude prices here. Let's start off the recap here on Friday. A lot of weakness there in that crude there. Remember my post there from last week? I was talking about what we were seeing going on here with the lower highs and lower lows, and that although I've been long-term bullish on the crude oil market, short-term that is kind of a bearish indicator there. That coupled with outside markets into the third quarter, and as we're coming here into October, the situation there in Europe, mainly in Greece, problems that that we've been experiencing there, they've been having there, certainly helped put a negative tone there on crude oil. And the equities markets as well, as we kind of saw everything Friday afternoon, really just kind of a pretty strong sell-off. We got that continuation here into Sunday night. Here this morning, we had weaker equities markets. European markets, Asian markets were mostly weaker. Dollar was a bit firmer, so it's putting pressure on crude. Since that time, though, crude has we established lows down there. We came in around 76.80, 76.85. And if you recall, when I've been talking before here about some of these lows that we've seen here in the market, coming back all the way back here to August 9th, where we hit a low there of 76.61. And this was part of my Fibonacci retracement leveled bottom point there, coupled with a high here that we saw in the market on September 7th. So came down almost to that area. We've been kind of bouncing out of there here today. We're currently trading around $78 here, and we're down about $1.19. Equities markets, outside markets, which were weaker, have reversed course, and S&P actually kind of came up and went positive here. So it's been a little supportive there for the crude oil market. In addition to that, we had the PMI out of China. Those numbers seem to be pretty decent there. So helping keep, just I think some underlying support out of, in the market. But, as far as, negative things affecting the market right now, as I mentioned, the outside markets certainly started with a weaker tone here, so that's weighing on things a little bit. And this Greece default certainly weighing on the market. Now they're talking about, the creditors there and how much of a haircut that they might be taking. They're not meeting their what they agreed to in their austerity measures. They haven't been meeting that. So, they just kind of keep kicking this can further down the road. That's been keeping pressure on the overall market. OPEC come out here in September oil production coming in about 30.05 million barrels. They, have stated here that they believe that the supply is in line with current demand situation. In addition to that, last week here we did see some hedge funds selling in the energy markets. So they were kind of pulling back there a little bit, so that kind of helped keep some pressure there on the market. The complex is weaker as well. Take a look here. The Brent is trading at around 181. That's down about $2 here this morning. RBOB 250.62, down about 319. The heat 274.78. That's off about 315. So certainly a weaker tone there. Nat gas, nat gas prices have been kind of pressuring down here. That's third session that they've been weaker. A lot of that coming in a couple of different things. One, we got the summer heat that's basically been kind of waning there, so the demand hasn't been nearly as strong. And yet, although we're going to be coming into the heating time of the year, we're still in that limbo area, if you will. So the demand side hasn't been strong there. In addition to that, the Baker Hughes rig count came out at 11. Which is basically putting that up to a 9-month high. So, certainly, the big picture of the fundamentals of that nat gas market still remain weaker. That support area that I'd mentioned several times around that 380, that's been violated. We've been trading underneath that, so we could come under some further pressure. There are some ideas in there. For you guys that are looking for, a market that potentially has a lot of, a value play. could be one there in the natural gas. I can discuss with you some strategies there. Nonetheless, the market still looks weaker here. Today, we'll watch that crude oil market here, but I think if you get these outside markets to cooperate, there could be some good buying opportunity in there. Give me a call at the trade desk. We can discuss some real key support areas and how you can potentially play that. The number to the desk is 1-800-798-7671. And remember that past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results, and the risk of loss does exist in futures trading. Yeah, and as I mentioned earlier, I do have that option and opportunity webinar coming up here on Thursday, so be sure to register for that. Thanks.